the top, your Miami Heat NBA champions. The party has just gotten started. The Heat's Big Three delivering on their promise of a title. The Miami Heat are on top of the basketball world once again. 6 years after winning the first title, look at that smile. Miami now has 2.
And let the celebrations begin. These are live pictures now from CH.10 where white-hot fans are celebrating on the streets tonight. This is a championship that fans have long been waiting for. And as you can see here, they are enjoying every last second of it. Take a look at those guys. It's white hot all around the American Airlines Arena.
And this is your live look outside the American Airlines Arena, where inside the team just received the Larry O'Brien Trophy, and outside, look at these fans. It's just unbridled joy. They can't believe it. It's great. What a night for South Florida sports fans.
Oh, and check this out. You can hear them. You can hear them now. Check it out. Now the sounds of celebration that we expect to hear long into the night. The pots and pans. You can see people in the street banging together those pots and pans, honking their horns. South Florida is in a white-hot frenzy after the Miami Heat delivered its second franchise NBA title.
Off of it. And I got to give it up to them. They are peacefully enjoying every second of this, and they should. We are going to hang a championship banner inside the AAA one more time. 2012, the Miami Heat are champions. LeBron James has his ring. For all these haters, feast your eyes on this. Eat your heart out. The Big Three delivered like they said they would. It's one ring and who knows how many more. The fans have been out here all basically fourth quarter. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing fantastic. How about you?
Well, I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for asking.
I don't think you're doing better than me.
No, I'm not doing it. You know what? No. These fans are enjoying every second of it. That's what they were chanting earlier. LeBron got his ring. Let's take you above the CH.10 if we're not already. I don't know what it looks like out there, but right here, it's standing room only. What do you expect? And now we're looking from above. CH.10 is above as everybody's in their white-hot gear. And they can't get enough. They've blocked off Biscayne Boulevard. It's chaos. What else can I say? But again, it's peaceful. And from above, the view is, I'm sure, overwhelming and beautiful with all the white-hot fans enjoying this. Congratulations to Miami, the city. Let's talk about it. 2012, 2006. It's another championship year. I got to go for now. I got to get some space.
Big plays of the game. Why don't we start reliving it right now? First quarter, Mario Chalmers coming off his big game 4. Watch the alley-oop pass to Dwayne Wade. And D. Wade, the tough adjustment for the basket. The Heat off and running. Let's go to the third quarter, really running. Miami with the steal. Chalmers finds LeBron for the lay-in. Heat up by 17. This thing was a blowout. Thunder never got close. Still in the third, everyone involved. Chris Bosh, huge game. He throws down the slam. Bosh had 24. LeBron had a triple-double in this game. Watch him here. The blowout continues. LeBron to the basket. Ridiculous. Mid-air bank shot. Heat up 19. LeBron, 26 points, 13 assists, 11 rebounds. And how about Mike Miller? I mean, this guy, quite frankly, looked like he couldn't even walk. What did he do? Off the bench with 7 3-pointers. Heat up 25. Miller had 23. And let's go to the final moments as the clock expired, ticking down. LeBron James, the entire Heat bench, everyone all smiles. The Heat can start the celebration. They win this game 121-106, win the series 4-1. And the Miami Heat are their 2012 NBA champions. And LeBron James, not only the MVP of the amazing moment, and of course it would be LeBron James. LeBron running, cutting down the lane here. Watch him twisting his body in midair for an amazing layup. He did this a few times. Just amazing body control, part of his 26-point game. 13 assists, 11 rebounds. Heat win this basketball game. LeBron James, your MVP, and that your AT&T amazing moment.
Taking a jumper, there was no settling for anything. This man was determined. This man was possessed. He was driven. He was going to win the title. He was going to get the MVP, and that's what he did tonight with the triple-double. He did it in fashion.
He did, and he didn't do it alone. I mean, and again, the storyline of this series was the Big Three had to do well. The Big Three had to do things, and they did. But in every game, somebody stepped up. We saw Mario Chalmers in Game 4, and we said that was unexpected. Well, what about Mike Miller tonight? 23 points from a guy that Perk had trouble walking for a while.
Absolutely incredible. I mean, here's a guy, Will, who is often kneeling when he's on the bench instead of sitting down in his seat. He's got so many problems. We think that he's got a back problem, but the 7 threes tonight, absolutely incredible. The huge lift that the Heat needed from someone other than the big three, like we said.
I will go out on a limb and say Mike Miller will go down in the lore of Heat forever. He will forever get a free pass in this town and be loved for what he did tonight.
I would say so. I mean, there were times, Will, where he took a charge tonight and he got down, and it was just like always. You thought, man, is this guy going to get back up again?
I thought they were going to have to mop him off the floor. And all he did was get up and hit more three-pointers.
Exactly.
Let's go back to LeBron and go back to the celebration, and go back to the end of the game. Burke, we hadn't seen LeBron smile in well over a month. Somewhere in these playoffs, he said, you know what, I'm going to put this scowl on. I'm going to put this face on, and I'm going to take over. And we literally never saw him smile. Those last few minutes, and since then, all we've seen is see him smile.
Exactly. Just the big hugs and the joy on LeBron's face. You can tell the huge relief this is, the huge sense of accomplishment. This is something that had dogged this guy his entire career, something that people use to hate on him. Let's be honest, Will. This is the LeBron haters have no ammunition now. And pregame, you could see it. I mean, he was focused pregame in that locker room. The determination, you say.
Will Manto back on the court here at the American Airlines Arena. I think you see who I have my left to right, Shane Battier, James Jones, both NBA champs now. And Shane, it's a lot of champagne on that shirt and a nice cigar. How do you even describe this right now?
Well, I can't describe it, but I smell fantastic.
You smell good. It's actually
I smell fantastic.
It's the scent of a champion.
It's undescribable. Really is. It's an amazing culmination to a year of hard work and just amazing guys. And I'm so happy right now.
You've been in this league a long time, and I remember media day. The first thing I said to you, why'd you come here? And you said point blank to win a championship. Did you think it would happen this quickly, that you can just like that, poof, you win a championship?
Well, in my mind, that was the plan. But we all know in this league it's very difficult to do. And after going through it now, it's just, gosh, I don't have words.
Yeah, I can tell the emotion is there. With James, too, being a Miami guy, James, you're in the same boat. You come back to this team, you get an opportunity to be in your hometown, but you don't know. It's not a given you're going to win it. So what does it feel like that you have won it now, part of this team?
I mean, to be in this league 9 years, I mean, between myself and Shane, that's 20-plus years of experience and hard work, long summers, and you do all of that with the hope of playing for a championship. And we've had an opportunity to do that, and being at home, there's no better feeling. I mean, because I've given everything in high school, elementary school, college, to the city of Miami, and the city of Miami gave me a championship. So I think we're even.
I was going to say, I don't know if it sounds corny, but I don't know if you could write a script better than that. I mean, if I sat there and said, here's a pen, you're a smart guy, you can write a nice book and a nice story. Could you come up with something as good as that?
No, not at all. This is a storybook ending, and it's tough because you have so many emotions going through. From the days when it seems like the world's coming down on you to days like tonight, where you raise a banner and solidify yourself in the city's history as a champion.
Well, listen, I know you told me you're going to take the longest shower in the world now, the best shower you've ever taken. Congratulations, James. James Jones, that was Shane Battier as well. They're going to continue celebrating.
We have a brotherhood now that you don't necessarily have unless you've been through the fire together. And 2 years of it, made us all the much, more closer, and it makes this moment that much more gratifying.
Fourth row center.
Coach, Jeff Fox, SportsBros.com. For so long, this has all been about the big three. Talk about the importance the role players played in the series.
Yeah, absolutely. But we never thought of it as the big three. That was the theme outside, but we knew other guys would have to contribute. This was a perfect example tonight. Everybody stepped up. Shane, Norris Cole, Mario Chalmers, Mike Miller. The list goes on, and Udonis Haslem. Everybody had to sacrifice something, except for our draft picks. But the guys who had an opportunity to choose to come here, they sacrificed something. And he really had to sacrifice quite a bit. And to get out of his comfort zone and the things that he was used to in Toronto, that really helped us take another big step forward as a team.
Mike, Steve, and Jay, last three.
Mike Wise, Washington Post. Eric, have you been assured you're going to come back next season? No, I'm kidding. No, really, but do you ever feel like a field goal kicker in the playoffs where the only time we notice you is when you miss and lose, and really nobody talks about what you did to assemble a lot of different parts and put them together?
I never really concern myself with it because of the relationships and the loyalty.
I got an opportunity to talk live to Mike Miller. And Mike, I know you wanted to have a big game today, but 23 points, 7 threes. Take me through this game, what it means to you, and the performance you had tonight.
It means a ton. Winning the championship means is what it's all about. Obviously it helps that I was able to contribute tonight and be a part of it. It's been a struggle with dealing with some injuries and getting limited minutes, but I was able to come out tonight and be a part of it, bring energy, and let it fly.
I don't mean to make light of it because I think everybody respects what you've done and they know you're in pain. But if you can put it into words, I know you're not one to make excuses, how much pain you have been in this postseason, and even tonight, is there a way to put into words how that's felt?
I don't think so. It's a struggle, but at the same time, everyone's dealing with something right now. I'm not going to use that as a crutch. All I know is I'm an NBA championship, and that's all that matters.
How was it in the locker room, seeing and you knowing a guy that knows LeBron well, and having the history with UD as well? I mean, to be with the champagne flowing.
It's amazing, for LeBron, obviously happiest for him. He's dealt with so much, and this is the one thing that they've always talked about, and I can't talk about it anymore, and I'm just happy for him because he's by far the best player in the world, and he showed it throughout the playoffs.
Mike, we heard in your news conference a little while ago, somebody asked you about your future, and you said, look, it's something I got to talk about my family. What is the next step for you with your family? Is it a matter of enjoying all this and then sitting down with them and seeing where you go?
Well, yeah, you got to enjoy this. This is what we worked for. This is what we went through all the pain for. It was this. So I'm going to enjoy this. I'm going to meet back, and I'm going to make the right decision for, like I said, for the organization. They believed in me. They gave me an opportunity.
Final question for you. We talked off camera. Your little girl's now, was it May 19th?
Yeah, May 19th.
1 year. I mean, what are you going to tell her one day when you tell her about this storybook ending to this, and her daddy hit 7 threes in the clinching game of the NBA Finals?
She won't believe me, so she'll have to watch it herself.
Pull out the videotape.
Bring the video out.
Congratulations. Get healthy. And whatever decision you make, it's been a pleasure covering.
Thank you so much.
Right, Mike Miller right there, NBA champion. All right, I have a chance now to talk to Mario Chalmers in Rio. You got that hat, championship of the NBA. It's been a long year, a lot of talk about this team. How's it feel?
It feels great. We worked hard for this moment, and throughout this whole season, we talked about being in this moment, getting here again, and not letting it go.
Yeah, and in this series in particular, what an up and down for you. I mean, those first couple of games, I know you were frustrated, but you mentioned yesterday your teammates stood behind me. You had the big performance in Game 4. Tonight, another big performance. As a player, from a personal perspective, how gratifying was it for you to be such a big part of these final couple games?
It was great. A lot of people doubted me all year, said I couldn't do this, I couldn't do that. But at the end of the day, I stuck to my guns. My teammates stuck with me, my coaching staff stuck with me. And I just became a champ.
It's easy to say that this is a great team because it has great players, and obviously it does. But what is it about this team that's so special? The way the guys back each other, the way it is there in the locker room, maybe things that we don't see in the media or that fans see.
It's a brotherhood here. 1 through 15, we all treat each other like brothers, no matter what happens, what goes on, what anybody's going through. We're always there for each other.
Now that you win this, what now? I mean, the celebration begins. What was it like? Take me into that locker room. Those private moments. The second the champagne started popping when the game ended.
It's just a lot of joy, a lot of pain, a lot of joy. A lot of people celebrate this moment with us. We've been waiting for this for a long time.
Some tears?
Probably a couple tears. I didn't see any tears, but most of the people crying for champagne in their eyes.
Yeah, that's what it is. It starts ticking. Well, listen, congratulations. I know it's been a great year for you. What message, when you got a chance now to send to South Florida fans?
Thank the South Florida fans for staying behind us. We appreciate it, and this championship is just as much for y'all as it is for us.
All right, Rio, enjoy the offseason. Congratulations. All right, we'll see you at the parade. Of course, we're going to see him at the parade.